So I'd say this happened a couple of weeks ago. About 2 to 3 of my friends bought the Xbox One. So, you know, I have it as well. We were all pumped up. We were like, yes, we're gonna have a great time all together, play together online. The game we actually probably played the most is this, Call of Duty. It took us like 2 days to figure out all these settings for the chat, the party, and the game as well. The reason for that, first of all, is that my friends have never owned one before, so you don't know how it works. And also, I think 2 out of 3 of them bought a used one. Because, you know, it's cheap. At the end, you're getting the same thing. I don't know who does these deals. I think fucking GameStop or something. As I said, they ended up buying those, and the settings on them were completely messed up. So once that was over, we thought, that's the end. We're finally good. We can start playing. God, if we were bloody wrong. So we finally started Call of Duty up all together. I'm pretty sure this happens to a lot of people, especially if you don't have like a great connection. You probably guessed by now it was the NAT type. None of us had an open NAT type, which means that nobody could be the host for our party to play online. It's like the biggest piss take you can have whilst playing a Call of Duty game. It's legit just so annoying once you get into that. You could just see the frustration in our faces. Well, I don't know, at least mine, because we're playing online and we can't actually see our faces. But you know what I mean. So we had a chat about this for a while, trying to solve it. And to be honest, we were not doing very well. So I ended up saying, you know what, I'll think about this. I'll try to get my NAT type open. So I went on YouTube and looked for a tutorial. And 50 tutorials later, I found the one that was good for me. I wouldn't even get into explaining it. I had to go like on my modem of my internet connection, open loads of ports. It's just a complete mess. I didn't really get much of it, but it worked out. But yeah, I finally managed to do that, and we've been good ever since. By the way, if you're wondering about this cap, I just got back from the beach and I didn't have a shower, so my hair's a complete mess. So there you go. I actually got this in America, as you can see, in Florida, from when I went on holiday this winter. I've got vlogs of it on my channel. I don't really ever wear snapbacks, but you know, maybe if it fits me, I could get used to putting them on. Although I'd probably have to buy a couple. I think they look pretty good. Loads of people wear them. There's such a big variety. I was actually thinking of getting one. He didn't understand anything of that. I must have killed this white robot like 1,000 times now. There are a couple of new releases on their Sidemen site, which I think look pretty cool, so I was looking into getting one of those. That's just a really random thing I've just put into this video. Did that guy not see me? What? There goes the white robot again. Since we're on topic about... Oh no, it's him again. Dude, I just find this guy every corner I turn around. So since we're on topic talking about this Xbox, internet and all this kind of stuff, as you may surely or probably know, to play online with the Xbox and with the PlayStation actually now as well, you have to actually pay more money, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, you're already paying for the game, you're already paying for your internet connection, now you have to buy something that connects them to. But you know, a couple of days ago it ran out and you know, I had to renew it, buy a new one basically. When I bought it last year, I bought it as a 12-month subscription, which is basically the max you can get. You know, it's basically worth it because you're gonna play it anyway. It's also cheaper that way compared to a 3-month or 1-month subscription. You don't have to go through the hustle of, you know, thinking about it, doing it all over again every couple of months. I buy my Xbox Live subscription from a site called xboxlive.com. I'm no way sponsored by these guys, but I do recommend it because it's a cheap site. It's actually got it in euros. I'm not too sure if they've got it like in pounds or anything, but they sell a 12-month subscription for about £38, which equals to a bit less in pounds. Definitely better than GameStop, where they said it for like 60 or 70. To be fair, nothing's really worth buying at GameStop. And you also have the likes of, for example, Amazon. Obviously, to buy online, I haven't got my own debit card, my own credit card, so I had to go and ask my dad. To my surprise, I didn't have to actually like fight much for it. I was kind of chill. I just went up and was like, "What's up, Dad? I need your credit card later to buy this thing online." And even when I showed him what I was buying and the price, he didn't say anything. So I did it all on my own. I already had an account from last year. I put in all the details. And remember, I bought this a year ago, which is going to be really important. So keep that in mind. While trying to buy this, there was actually an error, which we didn't really understand what was going on. So we kept going and you know, trying to buy this thing, and we got to the end kind of normally. It gives you that code in the end where you then have to go and insert it into the Xbox store so that you can redeem whatever you're purchasing. Everything was working great as normal, so I proceeded to write the code down on a piece of paper and bring it down here. I get onto the Xbox store, insert the code, I press enter, and then this message pops up. My initial thought was, you know, no, this can't be possible, there must be something wrong. So I entered it again, thinking, you know, probably I've got a letter wrong or something like that. Tried it for the second time, same message. At this point I was starting to panic a little bit, so I tried it for the third time, tried it for the fourth time, and nothing changed. At this point I was really worried, like, oh god, if I've just spent 48 euros on a bloody Xbox subscription and I've been scammed, my dad is gonna bloody kill me.
I will eat you and excrete you, and I'll feed you to the flowers. If I need to, I'll go through you and absorb your fucking powers.
At this point, I still haven't told anyone anything about this problem. I go upstairs, log into the computer, because that's where I always go to find a solution to any problem I have. And I'm thinking, you know, it's not my fault, it's theirs, so I must get a refund. This must happen to other people as well. I did my research, and the only real answer I found was to try it from the actual computer. So log into my Microsoft account through the computer and try to redeem the code from there. I thought after that we'll probably be done and call it a day. So I tried it on there as well, multiple times, and the same exact message I had over on the console popped up. So at this point I'm really worried. The only resource I had was to go back on the website I bought this code from and try to fix it. So that's exactly what I did. I found out they had a section where you could actually speak to someone who's in charge or someone that can actually help you out. So I did contact them, and it said they would reply within 48 hours, which was kind of annoying, you know, if I have to wait for another 2 days. But luckily one assistant replied after half an hour. So we started to try and figure out what the problem was. She asked me when I bought it, send her the code and all of that good stuff. By the way, this was bizarre because I started writing in Italian, typing. The guy replied in Italian, then all of a sudden started typing in English. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me, I understand both, but you know, what if I didn't? Maybe through my account details or something they managed to find out. So we did talk for a while, and then they asked me to send them the code I actually had used. And they were like, are you sure? Because this was bought this day, at this time, and yada yada yada. And that actually corresponded more or less to when I had bought it. I bought it a couple of hours earlier, and I said, yeah, exactly, that's what I did. I didn't notice this straight away, but after a while I saw that it actually had written 2015, and I was like, what? Wait, what's going on here now? Turns out that I was actually using the code that I had used the year before, but I didn't notice straight away because, you know, the day was exactly the same, the time was really close. I didn't pay much attention to the year being 2015 and not 2016. To cut a long story short, because I could keep going in detail about this, in the end it turns out that something with the payment did actually go wrong, which luckily meant that my dad hadn't spent any money. I to this day do not know what exactly went wrong with that, and yeah, I said thanks to the guy who assisted me, and then proceeded to buy a new one, which this time actually worked. So remember, if you buy something online, always be careful about what you do. Some people are per se there to try and trick you. After solving the NAT type problem in the Xbox Live connection, you can happily play online, at least for another year. Yeah guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like if you did, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out. Bye!